Hi, this is Lit with Chris, and in this video I'm breaking down how to analyse any unseen print advertisement. If you want more guidance on how to analyse non-literary text like this, then be sure to subscribe and like via the links below. First of all, let's establish what we mean when we say print advertising. Print advertising is a form of promotion that uses physically printed or hard copy adverts to boost a brand's reputation. You'll find them in bus stops, the subway, on billboards above the highway, or inside magazines and newspapers. They are everywhere. Although we don't realise it, people travelling in the city are exposed to approximately 74 print adverts every day, according to MarketWeek.com. And despite it being almost impossible to recall any of them, they nevertheless have a huge impact on our subconscious mind. Brands pay advertising companies millions of dollars every year to ensure that their product is as memorable as possible to their target audience. With that in mind, let's look at the first thing that you need to establish whenever you're analysing print advertising, that being the brand's aim and target audience. Ultimately, the brand is aiming to boost awareness of their product or service and make more people consume it. In order to do this, they also have a secondary aim that is known as brand association or the association principle. This is a strategy that aims to associate the brand with an idealized lifestyle or set of values that would most appeal to its target audience. For example, a soft drink company may want to associate themselves with good fun and wholesome values in order to attract families to buy their product. If that's the case, their advertising will use visuals and language that are most appealing to this specific group of people. Similarly, if a law firm wishes to convince greater numbers of elderly people to use their company over others, they will associate themselves with experience, traditional values, and/or simplicity of use. Therefore, when analysing print advertising, we first need to establish who the target audience is in order to understand why the brand is aligning itself with the set of values or particular lifestyle that is present in the text. But how do media companies create this brand association? They do this through a combination of visual and language techniques, which draws the attention of the consumer in a very subtle way. Though we may only fix our eyes on an advert for a matter of seconds, its message will stay with us subconsciously, later affecting us when it comes time to make a choice about a particular product or service. One way of conveying this message is through the advert's visual narrative. One way for brands to capture their target audience's attention is through the use of visual narrative. Print adverts have static images, meaning they cannot move. Therefore, designers need to capture a striking situation that the subject finds themselves in. The visual narrative is constructed through the place, person, or people and what they seem to be doing in the image. In order to create brand association, companies consider where their target audience would like to be and what they would like to be doing or how they would like to look, in order to align the brand with an idealized version of these people's lives. Take for example this Starbucks advertisement aimed at working mums. The visual narrative is set in a domestic kitchen, where a woman pours herself an iced coffee in order to deal with the day to come, as well as recover from the night before. The table is covered with children's toys and cereal, suggesting that she is responsible for feeding, entertaining, and generally taking care of young kids. The decor is white, bright, and furnished in a contemporary way, hence appealing to the audience's idealized version of how they would like their house to look. Similarly, the toys are made of wood, and therefore seem slightly more wholesome than the gaudy plastic gadgets that the viewer is more likely to own in their own house. Alternatively, this print advertisement from Timberland features a visual narrative that places a young couple on a rural walk just outside the city. The target audience is undoubtedly outgoing men and women in their 20s or 30s who reside in more urban areas. The male and female subjects allow the brand to associate itself with a more health-conscious lifestyle that also takes into consideration being well dressed during outdoor pursuits. The location is also associating the brand with the opportunities to escape the big city in favour of fresher air and a stress-relieving experience, something that men and women at this age are commonly keen to achieve. Marketing experts have debated for some time the impact of the written word when it comes to print advertising. Some have argued that visuals alone are usually good enough when it comes to establishing the brand or the product's appeal within the eyes of the audience. However, there is also a body of evidence that suggests that viewers spend a longer time looking at the language than they do at the visuals. Hence, this would suggest that the written word might also be just as important as the visuals when it comes to creating a connection between a brand and a particular lifestyle or set of values within the target audience. With this in mind, what are some of the main language-based conventions that we find in print advertising? The slogan of a particular advert is a statement that encapsulates the brand's identity. It is short, catchy, and designed to appeal to the target audience's outlook as much as possible. Carlsberg, for example, employs a slogan that implies their product's outstanding taste, probably the best beer in the world, therefore appealing to people who are expecting the very best quality when it comes time to indulge in a beer. Nissan, a car company, uses the slogan "Innovation that ignites" to align their brand with cutting-edge technology and the excitement that comes with driving. It is therefore associating its brand with those who are passionate drivers and that want to be at the forefront of motoring change. Signature is the convention of including the brand's name anywhere in the advert. Much like a person's signature, this is simply an attempt by the brand to boost recognition and ensure that consumers recognize their product or service when entering a shop or using the internet. However, the way it is written, or even the name itself, can be significant in attracting the target audience. Havaianas, a footwear company most known for their flip-flops, uses a signature that comes in a quirky orange font and thus reflects the fun-loving attitude the brand claims to embody. In addition, the name Havaianas alone carries connotations of a tropical location that would allow people the opportunity to relax, unwind, and have a good time. Vans, another footwear company, employs a signature that seems reminiscent of the skate parks that many of its wearers would be planning to frequent. The V is similar to a half pipe that many of the target audience are keen to master in their free time, hence associating the brand with a dynamic and inventive lifestyle. Lastly, the copy is a word to describe any other body of text that appears on the page. Some adverts don't feel the need to include a copy, whereas other companies may offer extra information that is designed to elaborate on the advantages of their product or service. The copy may contain statistics, imperatives, or other rhetorical devices that can be commented on individually. This advert from Blue e-cigarettes outlines the elevated health benefits that the product has over traditional cigarettes. In addition, the other stigmas such as the smell that accompanies tobacco have also been replaced, hence appealing to smokers who are keen to transition or younger consumers who are still unsure about whether to get started with smoking. This print advertisement from Kellogg's uses the information in the copy to extol the health benefits that its many products have to offer. Considering the fact that it's parents or adults who most commonly purchase things at the supermarket, the provision of protein, fibre, as well as the low amount of sugar mentioned within this copy helps to associate the brand with a more well-rounded diet or households that are sensitive to their dietary intake. Coming back to visuals, The company's logo could be described as the visual version of its signature. It's an image with the main aim of encapsulating the brand, its product, and/or the ethos of the company. The logo appears everywhere within the brand's work, therefore boosting recognition and providing a sense of reliability when it comes time for the consumer to make a choice. The logo used by sportswear giants Quiksilver features a huge wave with a mountain in the background. This immediately associates the company with outdoor pursuits such as surfing and snowboarding, both of which are catered for within the company's clothing lines. Alternatively, the BMW logo is inspired by the Bavarian flag, hence associating itself with the German stereotypes of reliability and efficiency. Yet it is also modelled on the shape of an aeroplane's propeller, hence making links to the idea of elite travel machinery. Beyond the logo, brands may also decide to include other images within the text that help to consolidate their desired associations. This print advertisement from Häagen-Dazs sees the tub of ice cream adorned with precious gems, symbolising the idea that an opportunity to eat ice cream is precious and can be a chance to spoil yourself with something you don't need to share. This may appeal to consumers who feel that enjoying an entire tub of ice cream feels merited after a long week's work, but who are slightly concerned about the amount of calories or indulgence that comes with such a meal. With regard to this advert from Old Spice, symbolism is used in abundance to suggest the rich array of aromas that will adorn any man who uses their shower products. Deep and intense scents are implied through the use of a range of symbols that also features an idealized depiction of a man to offer extra incentive to any would-be consumers looking to make themselves seem more attractive. The final elements that we can discuss are the choice of colours within the print advertisement, as well as the positioning of all the different elements within the layout of the text. Both conventions have evolved over the last 100 years to reflect the ongoing research into what makes a successful ad campaign. As such, explanations regarding these two conventions can tend towards sounding a little bit generic at times. This is because most companies employ similar strategies in order to achieve the same results. Nevertheless, they are still effective methods in guiding a consumer's attention or boosting recognition for a brand's products or services. Much of our colour perception is derived from nature. Therefore, brands that are looking to market water, milk, or orange juice heavily rely on organic, clean colours such as greens, blues, and whites. This associates the brand and its products with an authentic tasting beverage that is free from additives or any form of synthetic ingredients. On the other hand, much of our colour preferences are also a product of social conditioning. Adverts designed for men will often rely on a palette of bold blues, blacks, and greys, whilst women can be reached through the likes of purple, red, and gold. The reason behind these preferences is the subject of much debate, but familiarising yourself with the typical colour palettes of different genders is a good idea when studying print advertising. Another instance where colour scheme is used to entice an audience is the colourful extravagance of children's adverts. The vivid palette associates itself with a sense of fun, impulsivity, and creativity that young children are constantly looking to indulge in, hence attracting their attention and persuading them to pester their parents for the product. In addition to a captivating colour scheme, a lot of consideration is made towards the placement of things within a text. According to research, the leading component to draw the consumer's eye is likely to be the image, particularly if this is a person or situation that we identify with. These people, often impossibly beautiful, capture our attention so that we're drawn to other aspects of the text and hence, eventually, the advert's product. The outer edges of the print advertisement are arguably the least important areas of the page, hence why contact information is commonly relegated to the very bottom. However, the product itself is occasionally positioned in the lower corners of the advert due to it being the last place that the viewer glances, hence leaving the actual product clear in the consumer's mind and boosting recognition for when the shopper comes to make a purchase. Print advertising is now complemented by the likes of TV, radio, social media and YouTube when it comes to a brand's advertising campaign. Despite this, print advertising still remains a tried and tested method of reaching millions of people every day, coming and going in the world's many cities. Understanding how they make their mark on us might go some way to explaining our product preferences when it comes time to purchase a new pair of running shoes, a new smartphone, or simply a soft drink from the local 7-Eleven, or Tesco's, or Marks and Spencer. If you found this analysis useful and need more analysis guides with regard to non-literary texts, then be sure to subscribe and like via the links below. That's all for this time. Thank you very much and goodbye.